Hey guys, it's Sam. Today I'm going to be doing a quick update. Well, let's not promise quick. Today I'm going to be doing an update on my Hobonichi weeks. I used it for the month of December, right? Yeah, December, I think. And now we're almost finished with January. So I wanted to go ahead and update you on how it's working, how I'm liking it, since I came back to this from using personal rings for over a year. And I will have to say that I'm really enjoying this little planner. Right now, I am using it in my clear cover on cover. And that's really just because the Mega is so thick on its own that I just have been like wanting to scale it down a little bit, mostly for writing's sake. I'm using the back pages quite a bit for like going through things in expanded form for what I'm doing for the day. And so I don't know, I'm just not loving working with the thicker Hobonichi and then a thicker cover. I've separated back out my planner from my wallet. So at the moment, I don't know how long that will last, but at the moment the two are not together. So this is the hide and seek cover on cover. I don't remember if this was from 2018 or 2019. But this is unfortunately no longer available. It is my favorite of all the cover on covers that have come out through the years. It's simple and beautiful, and I love it. I feel like the cover on cover gives you a lot just in itself. You have a pocket here that you can use. You can use this as a page holder if you would like. You can store things back here, which I often do, but I just don't at the moment. And then in the back, you have another pocket, and that's where I keep my stencils that I use for the day. And then I have an older pencil board from a few years ago because it's the color green, and that's just the one that I've been using right now. I don't use it all that much, but when I do use one, I don't know, I decided I wanted to have the green for that earthy feel. The only thing that I have here is just some Post-its to be able to jot something down really quickly and not take up space in the back if I don't have to. I am going to Sam's Club and I have to remember that these are the two things that I need to get there. As expected, I am not using this very much at all, which I didn't think that I would be. These are Avery tabs from Walmart, and this pack I think was in like a, I don't know, it's like metallics, but it's like gold and silver, and I don't remember which color this is, but this is the one I've chosen to use. This one is tied to one of my trackers, which I'm not going to show you because it's personal. This is where I'm tracking like my cycle and my anxiety and symptoms, things like that. So this is what this is going to be. It's not going to be a mood tracker other than anxiety, just to show that I think maybe to prove to myself that my anxiety really does ramp up right around my cycle. So that's kind of a gift to myself since I overthink that way too much. I have some tabs here. These are from Martha Plans, and they are floating tabs that attach to the bottom. Also, when I got this one, I did not immediately rip out these bookmarks, which I don't love, but I had kind of forgotten about them tucked in since I had already set up a different one when I was going to use the floral regular weeks for the year. And I was like, you know, I'll just see. I'll see if I use them, and if I don't, then I'll go ahead and snip them back off. But I just actually pulled these down this morning, so we'll see if they get used. This is my monthly tab, and here I've been keeping track of any kind of like important date, like holiday, and then any appointments, and then where I've done my YouTube videos. This is also where I've done an overview for the month with a tracker. I don't think that I'm going to continue with this. One, I don't like the way it looks here, and two, these things I'm already tracking in my weekly, and the anxiety I'm moving, I was already like double doing it, so I would have my anxiety through here, but then I was also using my Tombow of whatever color of the month. This month is the 992 color, and so I was taking this, and I'll just see if I don't even know, no, I don't think there's any way to show you, but anyway, I was just taking that line and highlighting it, so if I had like my period that day, I would be able to mark both. So highlight for anxiety, whatever color of the month that I'm using. So I'm already doing scripture and my medication in my weekly tracker. I was already tracking my anxiety in that overview, and then my YouTube videos you can see with the little icon sticker. So I wasn't really feeling like I needed it. I forget about this a lot, which I assumed that I would, so I'm going to eliminate this for February and just do away with it entirely. I don't think, oh boy, I went through my like daily pages to see if there was anything that I needed to cover up, but I guess I'll have to go through here and see. This was like a weird use. I never am a pink person, and I found this more like, I don't know. I thought maybe it would be a more earthy pink that I used here. I think that this is the same one, 772, that I have decided to use for February. Interestingly, I just had a conversation with Lindsay Scribbles, and I am not a pink person at all. Like if you had to choose a favorite color, that would be the last one on my list every time. I haven't decided if I'm going to go through with my pink for February or not, because I don't know if I'm going to want to see it that often. It's just not a favorite color of mine, but I thought, you know, it's my anniversary month, maybe I'll try it. So we'll see. It's undetermined. So this is pretty much how my weeks look. I don't change a lot. If you go through week to week, it pretty much stays the same. And I have a couple of times added a couple of stickers here and there, but not many. I'm mostly using my friction pen and my Tombow. Those are my go-to. And then the stencils, which are from Journal This Now. It's a weather sticker. And then the green Hobonichi stencil I have gone to using for my temperatures to add in. So you can see I have my habit tracker down here, and then I borrowed this idea from Melanie at Addicted to Planning, right? That's her, I think that's her channel name. I don't think these things through before I start filming, so I apologize if that's wrong, but I think it's Addicted to Planning. And so if I ever want to know like what the expanded look at this week looks like, I'll remember that I need to go to page 27 to see about that. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty much the same. These are actually some washi stickers that Melanie sent me that were taking forever to get here because of the mail situation, but they finally arrived yesterday, and I plugged them on into my planner. This is how I'm using the weeks. In a more expanded version, I am taking notes for the day and using those in the back pages, like I said. For the note pages, this is where I have my color coding for the year that I have planned ahead. And then this I haven't used a whole lot, which I wasn't surprised. This was a Christmas list that I was using in December. And this is where I fill in things that we do in the house that happen maybe not even every month, but this is just where I can see where they last were completed. Besides the Bible, I'm not currently reading any books. I haven't watched any. Well, I mean, we have kind of like listened to movies while we did some puzzles, but they were movies that we'd have already seen before, so I didn't put them in this section. I did start a new TV series. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I like creepy stuff. This is an M. Night Shyamalan TV series on Apple TV, and it's called Servant. There's some language in it, and I don't like to watch TV shows that have a bunch of language in it, but it's like not all the time. It's just kind of surprising to me when it actually does happen, but it's like a creepy story. So I'll decide here soon if I'm going to continue watching it or not. Right now I'm like, what is this about? So if you like creepy things, just besides the language warning, so far it's not like been crazy otherwise. This is my wish list and my purchases. I am not doing as well on purchases as I would like. I really hoped that this would be like a 6-month view of purchases, but I don't think it's going to make it that long. So yeah, I just keep track of how much I'm spending and checking off when it ships and when I receive it. So there is that. This was my planner check-in, which I decided that I would go ahead and use it for more than just if I was having like a planner crisis. So far, I have listed 2 times that I was just like completely happy with my planning system, and I was like, you know what, you should note that too. So week 8, still in love. 5 weeks in, loving the used crinkly pages. I'm still feeling that way. Here we have my YouTube information, so how many subscribers and what my payment was for this particular month, and then any video ideas here. And so I just have my payment amount blocked out. These are my things that are going on specific days. I had to go out on a COVID leave, like a preventative leave at the end of the year. I was negative, but I had been exposed to someone. And so a friend left me an icy and a little post-it note on the desk to welcome me back. So I just stuck that there. And I have like notes, I think, about a shoplifter. Yeah, that are underneath that. Sometimes I do like little bits of short journaling bursts. I do have my journal that I keep with me, but to be honest, I don't use it a ton. It is in a beautiful Scout notebook from Chic Sparrow. It is the B6 Stalogy. I think that I'm going to write, and especially if I'm like venting about angry stuff at work, but then I get to the end of the evening and I come up to bed and I just don't feel like writing anymore. So I use it, but not all the time. So it's with me if I choose to, and if not, I'll write a little snippet in here. These are just some ideas for things that we would like to do this year in and around our house. And then here's some more pages. I don't remember what I did here, but I hated it. So I put a sticker over that. And this is pretty much like the same thing, just little bits of items for the day. I have some things going on at work right now that I can't share, so I covered those up. I did an Enneagram typing session on the 19th of this month, and I'm trying to go back through and re-listen because I did an audio like recording on the phone of our session, and so I'm going back through and listening and writing notes about the session so I don't forget. I thought that I was a 4, 6, 8 Enneagram. That's called a tri-type. This is called the truth teller, but I thought that 4 was my core type and that the others kind of were numbers that I used. It turns out that my core type is actually 6, which was kind of a surprise to me and kind of not in other ways. But these little tabs here, these page flags, I bought years ago, like probably 4 years ago or more. Oops. And these are from Girl of All Work. Probably not available. I didn't check to see, but if you're interested to see, you might check out that website. They don't want to stay. They're not like the best, really. Their stickiness I'm not in love with. I bought them for their looks, and I never use them because I buy stationery and then I hoard it. So there's that. But like I said, I have some stuff going on at work that I can't share right now, and I'm really liking how this all works. I don't remember, I saw somebody using something like this on Instagram and I really liked the way that it looked. So I've been doing this one. This has been my favorite of all the kinds of ways of using this section that I've tried. And so this is the one I'm going to be sticking with. So right now I have the little ribbon here at whatever day it is and then whatever week it is. And we'll see how this goes. And then I haven't used pages other than that. So loving the Hobonichi week still, really glad that I went back to it. I have a few new covers on the way, one from a brand that I have never tried before. So I'm going to be doing kind of a, not every, obviously, option that you can get for a Hobonichi weeks, but I'm going to be comparing just using the cover on cover to let me think, 3 or 4 different brands of cover makers for this planner and kind of give you my ideas, my pros and cons for each, and hopefully that will be informative. So that's my update. We're going to call it for February because January is pretty much gone. And so far, so good. Really enjoying this little compact planner again. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and don't want to miss out on future videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much as always for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye guys.